Morning, everybody. My name is Jared O'Leary. I've been drumming since 1998, and I still got plenty of stuff to work on today. I'm practicing sweeps on the tenors, specifically for the left hand, doing inside sweeps, moving from drum 2 to drum 1 while playing a diddle. Now, in these live streams, think of this like office hours. I'm here to practice and to improve, and if people have questions about how to get better at performing or how to get better at teaching, then I will often answer those. And there are timestamps in the description of all these over 500 live streams to show what I was practicing or what I was talking about. I also often edit the questions that I get and the responses that I give and put them in this drumming tips playlist. It has 12 seconds shy of 20 hours of drumming Q&A on a range of different topics. The first thing that I talk about is whatever the title is. For example, how to improve drumming endurance. And if it says, and other drumming tips, or and other teaching tips, it means there's more topics in there that aren't necessarily related to the title. So if the title doesn't interest you, something else might. Now, I am going to get motivated here to work on tenors. Because I march snare, I need some extra motivation to improve my tenor drumming with Shia LaBeouf. So Shia is going to help me get ready to drum. Here we go, Shia. Let's do it. Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it! If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Wow, Shia, I'm super motivated to practice tenors. One more flex for a good look. Good morning to you. Now, I'm going to be warming up here, and then I'm going to stretch and massage, and then I'm going to work on the tenor sweeps, and then I'm going to chop out. That is the plan for today. Now, I'm going to play with some play-alongs. There's thousands, plural, of them on my home tab of YouTube. For example, there's chop exercises. There's over 1,000 grid variations. There's a bunch of limb independent stuff that I practiced yesterday. There's over 500 marching bass drum stuff. There's some scores and ensembles for different cadences. There's a bunch of sight reading exercises. There's almost 500 technique exercises. There's over 19 hours of drumming Q&A inside of here. And then there are currently 23 videos in the drumming lessons playlist, which is basically like the scripted lessons on how to get better as a drummer. Now, with all of these headers, just click on the section, and then it expands and shows you all of the playlists like these technique exercises. I'm going to warm up with a classic Triplet Diddle. So I'm going to go inside of the Triplet Diddle Variations playlist, and inside of here, there are currently 40 videos, Triplet Diddle Variations, and I'm going to warm up with the 4-count version. So I'm going to click here, and then in the timestamps, you can go at whatever BPM you want. Now, because I'm using this to warm up, I'm going to start off at a nice comfortable 120, and I'm going to go up by 10s until I feel like my hands are nice and warm. And then I'm going to stretch and massage. And then we'll actually grind out the different sweeps that we're going to work on with the left hand. Okay, here we go. 130. Click. Scroll down. Click. We'll go up by 1 click at a time when I'm actually refining the technique. But right now we're just getting the blood flowing in the hands. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Hit my stick. I should do that on my head. That's a random comment. Here we go, 140. You win the award for most random person of the day. Cool, 150. And then I might stretch and massage right after that. My hands feel like they're getting where I want them to be. Warm-up doesn't need to take long. Just getting the blood flowing, basically. Late. $160. And then I'll stretch and massage. Click. Now, if the BPM in here, like they start as slow as 40 and they go all the way up to 200 for this particular play along. But if it ends with a 0 or a 5, so like 190 or 195, it gives you a few seconds to get yourself set up. Otherwise, it just immediately taps off. So if you're trying to pick a BPM, maybe pick a 0 or a 5. Sweet. See what I mean? How it's immediately tapping off. Now I'm going to stretch and massage. So the first one I'm going to do stretches the sides of the forearm. So I take my sticks, I put them in my palms facing up, pull in, push through. Ah, it feels good. It looks funny though, but I like it. I learned this stretch almost 30 years ago when I first started drumming. Been doing it ever since, and it feels great. Now, if you do rotary motions like Stevens grip or traditional grip, you can rotate and hold the one end to the extreme and then rotate to the other end. But because I don't do those anymore, I'm not going to worry about that. And what I'm going to do instead is stretch the underside of the forearm. So you could pull it back one at a time. You could do it on the wall. The lower you go, the deeper the stretch. Or you could stretch it on your pad. Just, don't put all your weight into it. And now I'm going to stretch the top side of the forearm. So instead of going back this way, you could just go the other direction. You could do this one on the wall. The higher you go, the deeper the stretch. And you'll also look like a zombie. Or you could do this one on your legs or on a pad. Again, don't put all your weight into it. Just stretching. Nothing too crazy. The final stretch is going to stretch the fingers. So if you do one finger on the same finger on the other hand, it goes twice as fast. So for example, you could do thumb to thumb, stretching like this. Or if you want to take your time, you could go one at a time, stretching it. However you want to do it, that's up to you. Do 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 do. Switch to the index finger. Every one of my fingers is going to feel different than every one of your fingers. So take your time. You might spend more time on it or less time on it than I. Enjoy the ASMR. It's always like the middle and the ring that pops. Never really the other ones. I wonder why. She swallowed the fly. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to massage, not that. We'll get back to exercises here in a minute. So I'm going to massage thumb on top and fingers underneath, working up and down and around the muscles. The muscles. Just trying to loosen everything up. Switch. Now to get out of this, there's like autopilot at the start of the stretch and massage routine. The next stretch I'm gonna do, massage. Wow, brain. Thumb massaging the inside of the palm, fingers massaging the backside. Apparently, I need caffeine this morning, but nope. Try and do like every other day with some kind of caffeinated thing. Apparently there's some research on it that says that you won't get like the caffeine addiction, and it can maintain like the results of the caffeine. Because like if you take too much of it too frequently, then it starts to dull it. Your body adapts to it, etc. But if you alternate days on and days off, then apparently you won't get as addicted to it. This last one is just massaging base of tip of each one of the fingers. Try and do it at least twice for each hand, each finger. This finger's a little tighter, so I'm going to do it a little more than that. And the thumb. Okay, so what I'm going to work on is tenor sweeps. So I'm going to switch from these Hardeman hammer sticks, which are like extra heavy Hardemans. They're great for working on chops or warming up or whatever. And I'm going to go to the tenor sticks, which are a little bit smaller, and the beads are a little bit bigger. So, for example, the Hardemans are on the right, and then the Hardeman tenor sticks are on the left. Okay. Okay. Now, what I'm working on today is tenor sweeps. So the tenor sweeps that I'm working on are for the left hand. My left hand is not as good on the inside sweeps as my right hand. So like a week ago, I was practicing. I was playing those, and the left hands were inconsistent. So one thing was my hand was flattening out. The other thing was my thumb, the contact point was kind of changing more towards the tip. So those are two main things that I'll be focusing on while working on this, while playing through it. Actually, let me write myself a note. I forgot something. Okay. I forgot something, so that's going to help remind me. Sorry about that. Okay, so what I'm working on is keeping the right hand stationary, so it's going to stay on drum one the entire time while doing this. The left hand, every time I do a diddle, is going to move to the inside. So while I'm trying to not like bend the wrist weird, while I'm trying to not flatten out, while I'm not trying to like change the angle, etc. Now the way I'm going to do this is using an exercise called Rodeo. But what I need to actually do is go back to the previous live stream and figure out what speed I was playing it at, where I left off last. So if we go into the previous one, mute it so it doesn't have two of me talking at once, and we can go and take a look at the prior stream and see where I was leaving off with while playing this. So we left off, it looks like around 50. So what I'm going to do is go to the Home tab, scroll all the way down to the Technique section. This particular exercise, Rodeo, is actually in the 16th note diddles variations, as opposed to the triplet one that I just did. And so this playlist has 39 videos in here with a bunch of different 16th note related roll exercises. But the one that I'm doing is a variation on gallop. Think of it like an extended, bigger brother version of it. And I'm going to play starting at 50, just going up one click at a time. Again, focusing on that left hand for the sweeps. And we'll slowly grind this out. Here we go. All right, and go, and... Do you think I look like, what's his face, Gordon Ramsay? Weird comment. Whoopsies! The stick clicked. I almost lost it too. Fulcrum came apart. Here we go. Whoopsies. So, your question, I've actually got a video that explains that. So, on my home tab of YouTube, there's a section at the bottom called the tips and lessons section. And inside of there, just getting rid of comments of people who are wasting my time. So, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom here, in this drumming lessons playlist, there's a video that breaks down why I think play-alongs are much better than the metronome. And it's this one, the one that says overrated. So inside of here, I talk about how with a metronome, you're able to see whether or not you're aligning with the downbeats of things. So we could play quarter notes and play. All you're going to hear is whether or not this is in time or not, but you don't hear if that was completely out of time for all of this. So with a play along, what it actually ends up doing is it shows the interior notes. So when working on like roll patterns or patterns where it's constantly changing, you're able to actually hear whether or not you align with all of the notes. So you can hear if your interpretation of your rolls is rhythmically perfect, or you can hear if your interpretation of like a fivelet is rhythmically perfect, as opposed to just having the guideposts of playing like this. And so because my background is rudimental percussion and concert percussion, I'm really focused on playing very precisely in time, because I was on drum lines with like several other snare drummers who were all playing the exact same rhythms. And so all of these had to line up with the metronome. So this is not enough in terms of like being able to check for those guideposts. So that is just a very quick overview of it. But again, this particular video is in the drumming lessons playlist, and you can learn more about it inside of here. So it's the one that says metronomes are overrated for drummers. But good question. Cool. So now we're going to continue this, and we're going to do it one click faster. Still working on the sweeps. What happened? It's like, what? You're welcome. That's one of the reasons why I've got thousands, plural, of play-alongs on my home tab for free. Is because I think they are that important. So I've invested much time, so many years, just like creating those free play-alongs, just because they are better, in my opinion, than metronomes and whatnot. But they all start off nice and slow. Like this one starts as slow as 20 beats a minute, one click at a time. This one particularly goes all the way up to 160, but some of them go as fast as 240, depending on what it is that they're playing. So you can practice at whatever BPM you want. Here we go. Better overall with how it's feeling. I'll switch over to the overhead cam so you can see the left hand. So again, I'm going from drum 2 to drum 1 whenever playing the left hand diddles, and I'm doing them as sweeps or scrapes. Same thing, just a different name. Here we go. Whoops. Let's go back to the music. And we're just going one click at a time so I can refine that left hand sweep. Oops, sorry. Started playing the last line. Like these practice streams, like I'm not only thinking about like how to improve my playing and whatnot, but also think about some of the things that I could talk about next. And so when I'm thinking about things that are outside of my playing, that's when I tend to make the mistakes. So what I was thinking about is like explaining how I'm making these micro adjustments with the left hand to try and just make it so that it feels and looks better, etc. when doing these sweeps. But those micro adjustments were like hitting some rim clicks because of the little adjustments that I was making. And that's to be expected. When you're making these adjustments, it's going to make more mistakes. So if you're like teaching a drum line and you're asking them to make changes, it might sound worse before it starts to get better, because it's like a pendulum where they're like, oh, well, I need to like overcorrected. Oh, well, let me go back to here. And then they find the happy medium and then it'll get better. So if you make a correction with students and things get worse, give it a little time, then it might get better. And if it continues to stay worse, okay, maybe try teaching it a little bit differently. Faster than anyone's ever played any rhythm ever. All the fast. Just broke a world record for the fastest rhythm in the world. We're going to break it again. 59. Cool. Let's do it again. This time I'll do the overhead cam. But first, a word from today's sponsor. Water. It's great. You should drink it. Use code Jared in the water shop. Here we go. 60. Wow. Never thought I'd play this fast. Here we go. Okay, this time I'm going to also include the right hand sweep from drum 1 to drum 2. So we're going to just go constantly that way. Woo! Okay, so when doing this, I want to make sure that I'm just not, how do I want to phrase this? I want to make sure that when I'm doing this, I'm not like playing it good isolated, and then when I put it into context, it's like goes and falls apart again. So every now and then, it's a good idea if you're like working on like what I'm doing, where I'm just doing left hand from drum 2 to drum 1, just doing that sweep, that direction, over and over and over. To go back to the original problem, which was both hands together doing these inside sweeps on the interior drums, and just like doing a spot check on, is it okay? Yes, maybe no, and then continuing to isolate it out. Speaking of, let's go back to the left hand. Yeah, the left hand felt a little wonky there. Whoops. Ew, bad attack. Goal is to get to 70 today. Bad attack again. Interesting. Let's try it with the overhead camera. Yeah, so the left was getting quite a few rim clicks on there. So again, just doing drum 2 to drum on. Just sweeping the left hand. Early. Whoops. My thumb just completely came off the stick. My bad. I love you. Let's add the right hand sweeps. Those sweeps are fine. It's like they're like constantly like chasing back and forth when doing this. The hands are just woo, woo, woo. They're fun to play though. I like it. Cool. I'm gonna go back to the right hand. It's just staying stationary again today. We're just focusing on the left hand, moving from here to here with efficient playing zones like that, as opposed to, you know, all the way over here. Let's play it a couple more times and then we'll chop out. Why don't I hear you? What happened? There we go. Bad attack. Two main issues going on right now. Stop. One is I'm not looking at the music and I'm not paying attention to the rhythms and whatnot. So like I'm just playing the wrong line at the wrong time. But the other one is like because I'm trying to stay so relaxed with the left hand with the fulcrum and not have it so that the pressure point goes up to here, but just maintaining like a flat contact on the stick. I keep trying to stay super relaxed and my stick just keeps like my fulcrum is a little too loose. So I need to just like, you know, have it be firm but not squeezing. Another way to describe it, some people describe it as contact without pressure. That's what I'm trying to do, but it's making mistakes. Yay! Okay, so progress was made on it, but I'll continue to refine this on the next tenor stream. So we'll continue to work on our sweeps, specifically focusing on that left hand. Now, this particular exercise, this gallop variation, again, it's called Rodeo. If you scroll all the way down past all of this stuff, past all these, it's under the technique section, and it's all the way at the bottom under the 16th note diddle variation, where there are over 30 more different 16th note variations for diddles. And then there's a Triplet Diddle playlist as well, right next to it. Yay! Now, I'm going to chop out. So at the end of the streams, I like to just have fun. I can also use this as data collection to figure out what I want to practice next. But I'm going to chop out with one of the chop exercises. So I'm scrolling all the way back up to here. And we're going to go into the chop section. And I'm going to chop out with... where is it? Slow paradiddle variations, and I'm gonna do it with flam fives. There's or flam drags rather. I was thinking flam fives, but I was like, no, I actually want to do flam drags. So there's a bunch of different variations in here, like flam fives, cheeses, cheddar chuds, whatever. But I'm gonna do it with flam drags. And this exercise, it gets the name slow paradiddle from the accents on the first line. So we have right, left, right, right. So paradiddle with the accents, and then left, right, left, left. So when you're playing this, it's cha-da-da, right, right, left, right, left, left, etc. Okay? So that first line is why it's called slow paradiddle. But this is the first page. The second page is the exact same thing. You just add in whatever rudiment it is that you are grinding out. In this case, I've chosen flam drags. So we're going to start at, I don't know, 110. I'll go up by 10s until my arms burst into flames. And then I will officially say that we have chopped out. And then I'll call it. Paradiddle, paradiddle. with flam drags. Paradiddle. Whee! 120. And click. It feels a little loud. I'm gonna turn down the volume. Go. Oh, ours early. Tried to guess it. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Getting that nice consistency of the diddle in between all those accents. Very important. That was 120, right? Yes. My brain was like, you need to play 130 next. But then it was like, but wait, did I just do 130? No. Paradiddle, paradiddle. And too far. I can number sometimes. And go. Early again. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Ooh. Getting brisk. My left hand is like, stop it. It's too fast. Get some help. 150. Ew. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Rest here for a moment, weary traveler. It's time for more water. What it's actually time for is my left hand to take a break. I'm going to try it at 160. It's probably going to crash and burn. Don't worry, we have paramedics and firefighters on standby. And they will put out the fire and resuscitate my left hand. Here we go. Whoa, almost tested out gravity. I think it still works based on that little experiment we just ran. 160. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Arms are too tired. Not today. You won today. Play along. If you want to play this one faster than I can do it, this one can go all the way as fast as 200 beats a minute. If you want to play this slower than I just chopped out with, you can start it at 40 beats a minute and go up 1 click at a time if you're learning it. Now, this is just one of thousands, plural, of free drumming resources that are on my home tab of YouTube. Click on any of the headers and it expands and shows you all of the exercises, like these chop exercises, where I was just playing was in the Slow RLRR playlist, which again is this one. But there's also grid variations. I was practicing the flam 5-on-1 triplet grid the other day, and there's a ton of them, literally over 1,000 variations inside of just that section. Limb independence. I'm going to practice this tomorrow. We're going to be working on switching between 2 different limb independence patterns every 4 bars using these free resources inside of here. There's over 500 marching bass related stuff. There's a bunch of drumline cadences. There's almost 300 sight reading exercises. There's almost 500 technique exercises, like the one that I was practicing to work on my sweeps. It's all the way at the bottom, so click, scroll down past all of these. Warmed up with Triplet Diddle, and then we played Rodeo. That was the one that I was working on earlier, which is inside of this 16th note diddle variations. Now, if you're like, how do I get better at drumming? There's just under 20 hours of drumming Q&A in here, like when people asked me some questions earlier in the chat. I respond to those and I edit them and put them into this drumming tips playlist that has just under 20 hours of tips. And then there's this one, which is the drumming lessons. These are the scripted ones where I take my time to think through exactly how I want to say it, as opposed to responding live, like in these drumming tips videos. And this is on some very specific things, like how to hold traditional grip or how to fix your playing zones for tenors, etc. But the one that I mentioned earlier to Traversary, it looks like, about why metronomes are overrated, is this one, the one that I was talking about. Okay, so if you're interested in any of the free content, it's on my home tab. Again, just click on a header and it shows you all the playlists inside of there, but there's literally thousands of free resources. If you enjoy these resources, share them with somebody else. If you don't enjoy these resources, share them with an enemy. I'm going to get ready to play Yakuza Like a Dragon here in probably about 15 or so minutes, because I got to tear this down, move it, and then get ready for that. So if you want to stick around for that, cool. I'll see you in like 15 minutes. But otherwise, I appreciate you stopping in. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and goodbye.